taking it back to the old school days. This is an old gameplay. This gameplay right here, I think I'm not even Prestige Master yet here in this gameplay that you guys are about to watch here in the background. A game of kill confirmed on the map Metro using the Silence Kuda. Welcome to my Call of Duty gaming channel. I am Nessinator. Now, speaking of SMGs and Kuda and all that, I want to know in this commentary, I'm going to ask you guys a question. What's your go-to SMG? Now, I'm sure a lot of people out there, the first answer that comes to their head is the VMP. And I know a lot of the players that I play alongside, that's their go-to SMG. And for me, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it feels like it's melting. Other times I feel like I'm getting nothing but hit markers and I'm getting outshot with people that have the Vesper or even the Kuda. And I'll have to resort to some other means of maybe putting different attachments on it, or even using a different SMG altogether, like the Pharaoh or something. So I'm really curious to know out there in the Call of Duty community, what's your go-to SMG? What do you prefer to take out when you're facing tryhards? The game gets tight, it's close, the game is on the line, you know, it's 4th down, 4 seconds left, you got one play for the red zone, and you're really, you know, behind the 8 ball, and you got to pick that one gun. So let me know down in the comment section below which SMG, not assault rifle, not LMG, we'll get into those a little bit later. I want to know which SMG is your go-to SMG in tough times. Now, again, I'm using the Silence Kuda here. The Kuda used to be one of my go-to SMGs in the beginning of this game's lifespan. I really enjoyed using the Kuda. Of course, it's been through a few nerfs since then. The gun still feels pretty reliable. I usually like throwing on the attachments rapid fire, grip, and quick draw with my Kuda. The rapid fire, I think, allows this gun to be a little bit more reliable going against the VMP and the Vesper, and I just feel like the fire rate doesn't really hinder the recoil too much. You know, it doesn't really throw the gun all over the place is what I'm trying to say, and I really think it works well with this gun, rapid fire. The other gun in the SMG category that I feel rapid fire works well with is the Weevil. Now the Weevil is another gun that I use the same class setup for. I use it with grip, quick draw, and just rapid fire. That's all I use on the Weevil, just like the Kuda. So, you know, those two guns to me, I can rock with rapid fire. I never really used the VMP with rapid fire. Of course, I would never try that on the Vesper. The Pharaoh, not so much. The Razorback, though, it works well with rapid fire too. Now, the Razorback, dude, I gotta tell you, to me, the Razorback is the best silent SMG. For me personally, I have a Ghost kind of class setup just in case I get in a game of TDM or something like that. And it's using the Razorback with silencer, stock, rapid fire. I think I got grip or quick draw. And I'm going to go through all my classes again on my class setups video with my stats and everything a little bit later this next week. But I will say this. The Razorback is probably the best silenced SMG, in my personal opinion. The Kuda, of course, coming in a close second. But the Razorback just really feels like still a dependable gun when it's silenced and it takes that hit on damage. Now, the Vesper I haven't been really using too much of, especially lately, you know, with all the nerfs and buffs and it keeps going back and forth and back and forth. You can't really get a good handle on the gun of whether or not it's going to be dependable. The recoil pattern's really still all over the place, especially now that they nerfed it. And, you know, it was good, of course, in the beginning of the game, and then the significant nerf broke it, and then they buffed it, which kind of brought it back home a little bit, and then people complained, and then they nerfed it again. So now it feels like it still has erratic recoil and stuff like that. But it's not really one of my go-tos. It is in certain situations. I know there's those games out there when you're playing and for some reason you just can't outdraw someone. They keep out shooting you. You know, they got their scuff controllers with their hair triggers and they're running Google Fiber and they're using VMPs and they just keep dropping you no matter what you do. In those situations, when I get frustrated like that, I'll either take out the Brecci or I'll take out the Vesper. And that's just to get in their face and contest and get really close and just really put myself out there. I don't care if I go 20 and 25, I'm going to go out there and push and get in their face and make it tough for them because they're making it tough for me. And that's pretty much what I use the Vesper for nowadays. You know, with attachments with SMGs, it's all over the place. You can use fast mags, you know, extended mags. Me personally, I like extended mags on the VMP. I like fast mags on the Kuda. So it really depends on which SMG that I'm using. Stock, I'm hearing, is really good to run on SMGs nowadays. Of course, for strafing, you know, purposes, it allows you to be a lot more mobile out there on the battlefield. I really don't run long barrel on too many of my SMGs. Quick draw, of course, is one of those things. Quick draw and grip, I think, is a staple for a lot of SMG classes. And I already went over the rapid fire. I think rapid fire is best with the Weevil, the Kuda, and the Razorback. Again, I'm not too sure about the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh is probably the only SMG I really don't use that much at all. And that's just because, you know, I hear it has a fast time to kill, and it can be really reliable. Every time I use it, I get outshot with every other SMG. So it just gets frustrating to me to use, and I really don't use it. And the last thing I wanted to go over with you guys in this category of SMGs and what's your most reliable SMG is your perk setup. Like, what do you like to use perk-wise when you're running your SMG classes? Now, of course, I think everybody out there probably has the Afterburner Fast Hands Blast Suppressor setup. That's a really big staple out there for SMG classes. The other one that I usually use, I call it my tank class, is when people are using a lot of grenades and flashbangs and concussions, is the Flak Jacket, Hardwired, and Tac Mask. Of course, that's also good for people using proximities and shock charges, and that allows you to run through anything that they have out there for you guys. And I have a class with that too. Of course, we'll go over again all of this in my stats video. And the other one that I have that I think is really good is when you really want to be a ninja out there on the battlefield, and that's running Ghost, Scavenger, and Dead Silence. And that's when you just really want to be a ghost out there. You're running in TDM or something like that, where everybody's using awareness, and you just kind of got to be a stealthy killer. You want to stay off the UAVs, you know, and you just want to be off the radar as much as possible using a silencer. And again, that's my Razorback class, and that class is just a beast class, man. It really pulls me out of a lot of jams, especially when I notice that you have players out there that sit behind their teammates, and they'll shoot you anytime you shoot one of their teammates. You know, it's kill die, kill die, kill die. And when you guys are in those type of situations, that's because you pop up as a red dot on their mini-map. They're camping around each other, and as soon as you take out their teammate, guess what? They're going to take you out. So I like to throw on my silence class in those situations, and everything changes when they don't know where I'm at. So, hey, little tip and trick for you guys right there. In the end, thanks for all your views, subscribes, and likes. This is Nessinator. I appreciate it all, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I am out.